Well, hello and happy Sunday. This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
We are PM Artist Studio.
P's going to show you her tag book today. Well, mainly the tags, right? And then maybe talk through the concept of it a little bit.
Well, I've got the parts. I just don't have it together.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Mine's kind of together. I don't have the parts.
I'm trying to hook her up with parts.
She is. I have a stack of things over here. It's going to be fun. Aw, thanks. Lee says we both look fabulous today. Thank you. And yes, Akiko P is in a much better mood. She has sort of forgiven me. Not that she hasn't, dropped hints and,
I have forgiven her. I
passive
haven't
aggressive.
forgotten.
That's right. Forgiven, not
One
forgotten.
must define.
Ah, that's so true. Okay, so let's say hello to everyone. Well, let me do announcements. Number one, oh my goodness, great hop. You guys, the way that you interpret the love songs and stuff, and actually some of them even made me a little teary. P's been hardcore, doing tags and building her books.
I haven't
so she
seen
hasn't
anything.
been
I haven't
online.
even been on Facebook.
Yes, but she is probably going to watch some of that hop today, I hope.
Yes.
Yes. Some very fabulous things. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's the makers of mixed media. Well, actually, it's the YouTubers. But, we house everything over there in the makers of mixed media art's Facebook group. We have lots of non-YouTubers. Oh, the projects over there, fantastic. You guys just always blow me away. And your, just the participation, number one. I love it. Thank you. It warms our hearts beyond belief. And on topic with all of our announcements, Anne's been dropping the teases, and so keep an eye out for one from Lisa, because there's going to be a new one. I can't say what it is yet, but I loved Anne's little, she's so good. She's so good. It was fun. It was fun. Some people picked up on it, but you have to read the comments. And that's over in the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. Links down below or in the chat. All right, we have the challenge, the collage challenge that's still going on. Well, each month it'll be a new one, but Judy Perrin, she's the one that's in charge of that. The swaps with the tags are, I think some people have even received theirs. Great posts. I love that you guys, when you get them, you post them. I just think that means a lot to the people that create, and, it's just cool because it lets everybody else know that, hey, this stuff is legit, it's going on. They're not just talking about it.
No.
And then we have the color challenge. Oh, Charmin's, you got to get over there. Charmin's color challenge was beautiful. She did it right in her style, but with the colors. So I thought that's hard to do sometimes when you take something that your style, but then change up like the colors of your style. It's harder than you think. And so I was
extremely difficult for me, especially if I'm going with pukey pastels or something like that.
Where you hand it over to me and it just happens.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay.
Also loved Fran's. I love it when Fran does her commentaries and has her questions at the time things.
We don't always know the answer, Fran.
But I did. I answered them all. She said I did
Seriously?
a good job. Yeah. Woohoo, Mariah. Even while building a website. I have really joined in with Brad.
It's really consumed our life, the website.
Yes, the website has consumed the life. Because once you start, you just gotta get her done. We tell this to our clients all the time. Okay, let's say hello to everybody now that I've done all the announcements. Okay, let's see here. Now, be sure to say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Many of you already have. Do give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. Why is that important? It's important at the beginning because
you can send other people over there. They're going to say, oh, look,
wow.
Susie says I should go over there.
Well, it doesn't say that, but it does just show up into their feed a bit more, or it's more likely to be recommended. That's how that works.
I like my store better.
I do too. It's much more friendly. I wish it worked that way. If you want to just hang out, that is totally fine. We do not mind. All right, we've got Anne, Heather, Belinda, Brad, Candy, Carrie, Chris, Eddie, Gayla. Hey, Gayla. I love it when Gayla pops in. I expect some wonderful comments today, Gayla.
Is this the Gayla from Patty Tolly Parrish?
Yes. I don't know if Gayla wants to be noticed.
I need to talk to Patty Tolly Parrish about that one kind of stuff that she has.
Boy, that was some vague stuff. Okay. Jacqueline, Jamie, Jeanette, Joanne, Jolly John's here, Jolyn, Judy P, Karma, Christy, Mace is here, Lee, Gail, Linda, Lisa, Michelle, Nightbot, she's the one you want to watch out for. She drops in info. We've got Respect Design, that's a Kiko, Scrap Med,
she'll
Sophie.
shut you down
Hey,
if
Sophie.
you get inappropriate.
That's true. Silver Granny, that's Lynn. We have Star Traveler, that's Linda. Stitching Arc, that is Paula. Susan, Texture Junkie, Sharon. The Shelley Studio, Tracy LeBeouf, Trish Coogan, Violet, and I'm sure that, yes, Evie was here earlier. I don't know why it kind of clears some of those out. It's very weird. I don't always understand the participants list. All right, well, there we go. If I missed you, it wasn't on purpose. Hopefully I said hello to you earlier on. Hey, Julie. Oh, she couldn't sleep, so she's here. Okay. Oh, it's just, it happens, Julie. It happens.
And as you get older, it gets worse.
Yes. Okay. Well, yes, PM. Apparently, I spend my time up these artistic behind. I need a life.
Okay, you were talking and laughing.
Okay, sorry. She says, yes, apparently I spend my time up Patty's artistic behind. I need a life. You know.
Oh, well.
Things could be worse. We like Patty. We like you, Gayla. So,
Yes.
You know.
I'm always, there's always a chuckle or two over there.
Yes, indeed. We do. We miss her.
Slightly
I love having you
inappropriate.
here.
Love that. Okay, I'm trying to get all
Shall I go topside?
Well, possibly. I'm still, like
kind of moving things around.
fiddling and fuddling
And
and
just careful with that fiddly fuddling.
messing around.
Meth.
Messing.
She's
Still thuhing her essence, and it's
so
just, she's still a princess. I was doing really well.
Well, when you start talking, that gets me.
I might have to reach for my
I'm going
fisherman's.
topside because it's a little more
Okay.
interesting than just our, talking heads.
All right, well, when I was mad at Mariah the other day and I was too proud to go down and ask her to do something, I thought, I'm just going to do this like Froyle does it and just slap a bunch of stuff on there and smack it down. And that's what I did. But the problem is that I had to get back, in a good relationship with her because I can't trim my stuff. I trimmed one and I ended up and it was about this wide when
Purpose.
I got done.
The catalyst to forgiveness.
Is need.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
fine.
All right.
Woo!
I just don't know where. Oh, well, I should start with the completed ones and show you these because actually these were started, if you remember this one. This was started.
Yeah, you guys saw it. Well, you did that.
Yeah,
In
the
stream.
last. Yeah, and this was one of those where I pushed the paper down and picked up different layers. That's a really great technique, and I need to remember that. I don't always. But now check this out, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, Margaret. Welcome. Sorry, I didn't say hello.
All right, this is that iridescent, right, Mariah? Iridescent.
Okay, here's what we did. And it was so great because and I'm glad Maya's here because she said that she knows all about embossing powders. I'm like, I'm looking forward to your tips because we've only just scratched the surface, and I made a little play on that and said we're only embossing the surface at this point, I feel. Anyway, so what we did is, so P stamped it with the ink that we're probably not supposed to be using. I told her, hey, you know what? It's a good experiment. If it eats up our stamps, we can let people know. Yes. Otherwise, we're moving forward here because we got colors in that stays on stuff that we needed.
Absolutely.
So we're sacrificing the stamps. And then I had this stuff. Let me tell you, this is circa 2000-ish because...
And this is a great one because it's got all three.
Here, show that. I said, I have this iridescent embossing powder. In fact, I always thought it was just like some cool glitter with some gritty stuff in it. I never knew what it was whenever I used to wear it.
Psychedelic transparent.
Yeah, to the club because I used to put this
Okay,
stuff
now
all
that
over.
is what this one is.
Yeah. So you got to give
And
them.
what's really nice about the different ones.
You got to give it a wiggle to really
Oh.
appreciate that stuff. Mm-hmm.
And I've already started adding colored pencil to emphasize the little DNA leaves.
So
Heck this dude out.
yeah. Then I was like, all right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that stuff, and then while that's still kind of sticky and hot, throw some of the big chunky embossing stuff on it, and then that's how we got that. And Maya had mentioned that, so thank you.
But aren't those fun? And I've got another one over here. It's in the pile. I'll show you. But all these little ones I'm going to back. And I just, I haven't managed to
All right, Barbara, no worries. Glad you're here.
to decide. All right. I don't know. I sort of just like this. It
Yes,
just needs
it is.
backing.
So these are the watercolor ones that P had done
Oh yeah, ages ago.
a few streams back or whatever. And then we started stamping. Well, P stamped on it, and then she would, stamp it, hand it over to me, and I'd put the embossing powders on them.
I just think this one's
Oh, well, yeah.
really nice.
I wish you would have timed yourself on how long it took you to get the. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's the happy spot. Think about your eyeballs or chin. Those are good.
Good places.
Good
Well, I'm
zones.
trying to roll it so that they can see all of it. Because
Well.
if I get it up close, I think
Yeah.
sometimes it's... All right, now this one's just... it's embossed with stencil butter and also with... what do you call that other stuff?
Light and fluffy.
Light and fluffy. Thank you. All right, I'm handing you that back because I won't be using that.
Hey, I took over a little space down here. I've been kicking some of your.
She's been kicking my paints off.
I told her we need to get down.
Okay, well, I got to tell you about this because this is kind of this is sort of funny. All right, this used to be Horny Man, right? I cut his horns off simply because I just really didn't want the emphasis to be on that. I wanted it more to be on the idea of a
Right.
face mask. So I took some. Oh, actually, I remember exactly what it was. This paint here and put up here on his face to match the ones that were already down here on the tag. And emphasize the eyes a little bit with black, and there was some black down here, which obviously was on the edge of the whatever.
He was dehorned. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been dehorned. I did save the horns. I don't know. Okay, so then I had this. This game.
Brad says it just looks like you're waving things in my face when you were doing the.
Oh, sorry. I forget that there's that delay, so I'm sure that.
Well, and then you have to remember that, like, it may not seem like you're moving fast because you're here in real time. But not even like real time, just in real life. When you look at things through a camera, you've got to move even slower than you normally would because the tracking is just very interesting in a two-dimensional space. I know.
Wow.
Stuff to think about.
Certainly is. I might have to, revisit that on the rerun. Okay. So, now, is this better just to hold it there like that?
Yeah, but down a little bit. There you go.
Is it getting it all in?
And then towards you, just a little bit. There you go. Because remember, our faces are up kind of at the top. So, yeah.
Okay. So, anyway, then I remember the jacks that I put embossing paste on tissue paper for Mariah. She sprayed it, and then I gel plated it.
Light and fluffy texture paste.
Light and fluffy texture paste. Now, this outline on this one was done with stencil butter a long time ago, like October, because remember it was Halloween when we were doing all of our little...
Yes, our spooky character people.
Our peeps.
But they're always available in the shop.
And, I think that's what's great about them, because you can sort of alter them. And even the...
Oh, well, remember Anne made the cards that, it was more like, the lady scientist was just more frazzled and kind of thing. I think they're characters that aren't necessarily,
Yeah.
Halloween oriented.
Well, I turned this over, and I'm not going to say, but I'm sure that Gayla, because that's kind of where she runs. Gayla and I are kind of on the same
Wavelength.
level. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he will tell you the truth. Oscar Wilde. So I turned this over and I had this leftover piece. This is the edges of it. You can see it. And I want you to know I glued all those on.
Very proud of you.
I know. And then I had this up here and it was...
Lynn says, Ringo, give him some drumsticks.
Well, anyway... I drew the little face on there simply because I thought otherwise it might look like something else.
And see, she already said, okay, so am I the only one that sees special shape to that man? See, we knew you would catch on to that. He tried to sort of fix him.
I did. Because this is loopy loops and, puppy dog tongues. And
Bunny
I
ears.
just saw that face there.
Hey, Nancy.
And it just worked out great for that particular tag. All right, so those are all done. Now, I've got 2 watercolors here, which you saw me just cutting those out. Somehow or other, those are going to be used. And I may hand those back across to Mariah. It's more in her color.
Hey, and tags do not have to be rectangles or squares or, straight edges.
They do not, obviously. I just cut those out. This kind of looks like, I see figures, a figure.
Oh, yeah, because it actually looks like a little girl going,
Yeah, so I may go ahead and just draw that in. Then we received some wonderful happy mail from Jacqueline. Mariah said, well, let's just let her go ahead and open this, because we were going to wait. She opened it up, and she immediately put her hat on.
So excited.
And I mean, she's had it on another couple of times, and just wearing it around. I think she has removed the charms and put the charms.
Oh, she wanted those elsewhere on things, mainly just to mess about with them.
But wrapped around or in with the package were these wonderful eco prints.
Where did you get that eco print? And Izzy says it was in my package. She goes, give me that. That wasn't meant for you.
Might have had your name on it, but you don't know what to do with it.
That.
So I just took
stickers on.
This is where I love these sheer, semi-sheer, because I'm pretty sure that's the color that I used there. And I don't know that I'm finished with them yet, but aren't they beautiful?
Okay, here, we got some good comments. Anne says, the freedom to create your tag in any shape. Life-altering. Yeah, you heard it here. You have our permission. And I think lots of people are seeing the shape that we were discussing. Rhonda even says, no amount of paint will fix that shape.
It is just, I did not intend it that way. It was when I glued the head on. Maybe I should have left the horns on.
And then Jolly John says, the irony. That is what you get when you dehorn the horny man.
Oh, it is. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So, I've talked to you about, this is kind of an archaeological dig here. We're just going down the list.
Working through the layers.
Chicken. Raised without antibiotics. Can you see that? But I like it because it's white on the other side and I don't have to muss about with it. I just put one light coat of gesso on here to kind of cover up, what was there. I didn't know if I used tissue paper on this. I don't want to pull that off because that'll mess me up. It might show through, but I don't think it's going to now that I have that kind of filmy. Okay, this is gate. I'm just going to show you some of my gates. They're not necessarily all ready to go, but you can see where my idea is going here. Okay, that's gate 1.
Now these are, we showed these a little while back. We just hadn't had a chance to actually get to them and get them on the plate, but he's been playing with them.
Look at that color. I was looking for that.
I needed that. That was the color I needed. But these are the Celestial Gateway.
Yes, this is actually the one I'm going to use. And look how good it looks with these things that are out here.
So beautiful.
Just love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And I don't have this one cut out, and it's kind of furling on me. Furling, you get furling. But it's going to go on this one. And then I have options.
Well, and I wonder if Julie's a little farther back in the stream, but the sparkly embossing powder, like I said, so we put the sparkly down. So P stamped it while the ink's still kind of wet, poured the sparkly stuff on it, and, you know, heat gun on it, then poured the big chunky stuff on it to make it look all, you know, super bubbly. And I love that chunky embossing.
It really raises
What do they call it?
Now,
Heavy.
Mariah
Ultra
has,
thick.
she has this stuff ordered in red.
Yes, 2 different reds.
And I'm
an
saving
opaque.
some of my tags that I have, pardon me, some of my tags that I have because I want the big puffy.
Oh, Jeanette wanted to know if you roughed up the surface before gessoing the cardboard.
Hey, I did. And I can't remember who said that, but I've got this little block of sandpaper stuff here. And I knew that because, well, you don't have to because it beads up. Mm-hmm. It won't. So, yeah, I did do that. But I want, this was tissue paper. And it was just gold.
Yes, well, it is in our shop, and the designer is Christy Hartman.
So this is the very biggest one. This is going to go at the back because I don't know if I still have my little drawing.
Kayla says, it's like an artistic Rorschach tour de force. I love your inner workings, P. Some have even said, and I think it was Estella, that how P unfurls her art knowledge. Oh, that's funny.
All right. So this was gold, and I just thought it was too gold. So you can see what happened to it when I went over it with this.
And what she did by glazing each one of them cohesive. Now each one really feels like it goes with the next.
All right, now I have this one also, and here you can see the glazing on the edge. I went over it with, and I'm pretty sure it was the, what color is that called? Naples yellow. And it used to be brown, and all of these were sort of brown, and I just thought I needed a bit of some color. And turquoise is what showed up, but you can see I used this also. This one, I don't know, maybe the background, because when I cut this out, some of my background is going to show, so I've got to get something behind it. I don't know for sure if I want to use this or not, but anyway, that is where I'm going with all of my...
Show the color that you used to cover all those.
Oh.
Again, it's just some of the shuttle art one, right?
I know, and isn't this great? Look at this.
That worked well.
And it still had some mucky muck from the plate.
The wrinkles
came off from wrinkles that were there before. But I'll tell you what, this is a great color, and I'm just about out of it. Now, did we decide we found a place you can order these individually, or was that just in my...
That was just in your mind.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
In my wanna-tos.
Mm-hmm.
Wanna-tos and actual do's are not always the same thing, unfortunately. Such is life. Okay, so we're going to remove all that. That over here. And then we're going to talk about...
Oh, Julie discovered an embossing powder that's called 3D Sparkle Puff. Well, do you guys remember puff paint, like back in the day? It was like slick paint, but then you put the heat on it and it would puff up. So they're like, hey, how can we use this now that people aren't puff painting everything that they own?
I did a lot of puff painting.
Did you?
I did a whole shirt with like a collar.
I kind of remember
that.
What happened to that?
Well, I expanded and the shirt didn't.
That does happen.
Mm-hmm.
I keep some of those things. I have a little,
Okay.
area in my closet that.
Can you see that iridescent?
Yes, Susan, I will do that. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are keeping me on my.
Am I in a good place here?
No, you are not. Bring it more towards you. There you go, and a little bit down. Down towards this way. Yes, down. There you go. Chin level.
Chin.
There you go.
Can you see it?
I wonder how much of the stream we spent me telling you where to need the happy zone.
All right, this tag is finished. I just need to, and I'm going to show you my method for putting backing on.
She said, well, since you showed yours, I should show mine.
This
Definitely.
one is waiting for red because I'm going to stamp this in red. Then we're going to put the red stuff on, so it's going to be like massive red. Yeah, that's going to be some good stuff, Maynard. I mean, okay, I'm going to put the back on this. I'm just going to push this aside for a minute. We have stickers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Okay, I even did a blog. Well, I had to do the blog. I didn't have to do the blog. But we
wouldn't
got,
hook us up.
well, they got it. So they reached out to me, the sticker company. And I've been thinking about this for a while anyway. And I was like, well, this is a great opportunity because, I get to try it for free. And that's awesome. And see if my little vision was everything I wanted it to be. It was. So I think once the new shop is built, we will have these available. I have been sending some of these in the little packets as little, thank yous to those of you that have been placing orders since I received them. I mean, obviously, sorry if, you missed the window there, but I am including them.
I don't know why I need to swatch this. Look at this.
It's swatched all over.
It's swatched.
You need a new swatch.
I need
Fresh swatch.
fresh swatch. The trick to this high flow is you do need to give it a shake.
Yeah.
But you don't want to shake it too much because then when you open it up,
It's frothy.
It frothes on.
It's frothy.
It frothes on you. I'm going to have a little thing ready here.
Oh, thank you, Susan. I appreciate you. Yeah, waiting for the red. Exactly. And we ordered from scrapbooks because I couldn't find what I wanted on Amazon. And then there was something that... Actually, what it was is that I couldn't find the stuff that I wanted on Amazon. I was on scrapbooks.com. And so then I ended up ordering embossing stuff as well. So, that's how that all happened. As many times it does. But, cool stickers. We will have them in the shop. I am going to send out little freebies to those of you that are placing orders until I run out of the freebie ones. And then, hopefully, by the time we get the site built, I can, reorder and I will have them in the shop. Probably in like 5, 10s, 20s, whatever. But if you want to read the blog, you can do that. If you want to order your own and make your own, it's a great little, great company. It was all sticker. Hold on. Let me go to the blog.
Okay, well, you can see. Here's theirs, and here's mine. Of course, this is adulterated with some yellow that I don't know why that got on there, but...
allstickerprinting.com. There you go. I'll put the link in.
Alrighty. This was created, and this is what started all of this. See this little hooter-dooter? The outside edges of the...
I see their kiss cut, which is pretty cool. It's kind of interesting. They kiss cut it all the way through, but hey, it hung on in the right places, so...
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so you just take this little jobber off. We'll just do it on the back side. And then put it down. And you have something that's going to create, I thought it looked cool.
I was wondering, because you had said that, Maya, but you didn't say what to mix it with. And unfortunately, we don't have alcohol inks anymore. We sent those on to Sharon. But she says if you mix clear embossing powder plus alcohol ink, you get a transparent glaze.
Sharon, did you send those back?
Don't. We
Just kidding.
don't
Just
need
kidding.
them.
Please don't
I
do
was so
that.
happy to get something out of here.
Yeah.
we will we'll be all right. Because I know that, like, one of the things that Lisa from Series Hecka, what she does, especially like with the impasto, she'll do the impasto and then color over it with the alcohol ink markers. I still have my markers, so we could still do that. Just a little bit different twist on that, but good ideas for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, well, this was my Happy New Year card from my accountant people, and I just cut it in two. So that Mariah can, and this is kind of symbolic because she's the one that turned us on to these people, and I really like them. They're very understanding about old people, and
The accountant, that is.
the accountants are understanding about, yes, about old people and, you know, our reluctance to use
Technology.
to get things.
They allow them to go show up at the office and
Yeah.
bring
our shoebox full of crap. Okay. All right. So that is going to get some more stuff on it. I don't know if I don't even know if I'll remember to do that today, but maybe.
Yes, and that's kind of how we've been doing it, Sharon, is like with the colored stamp, then putting the clear embossing stuff over it and getting that different color look.
Yes.
That's been and we were very happy to have discovered that because it was like, ooh, wow, okay, why, duh.
All right, this is what I don't know if somebody does magazines, but I got my magazine out. What's really nice about this magazine is, well, it's my TRS magazine that I get from
Teachers people.
my teacher people. It's a nice thing because it's kind of slicky, and if you get after it right away, you can wipe that stuff off and use it again. All right, now let me find my paper that I had set up here. I don't know how this ended up on the bottom. Oh, and this is...
Look at Maya. She does have all the ideas. Okay, you can make little skins with the embossing powders. Then you can glue them on top of things. So, like, we could put them on something that we can peel them off. Like, probably on parchment or something like that. Something you could peel off.
Wax paper?
Actually, we could probably do it on the glass mat and then just...
Well, shucky darns.
Have to think about that.
Have to think about that.
Ooh, the stars would be kind of cool.
Yes, they would. Then you could place them wherever you wanted.
Yeah.
You could do what does it? Constellations. I love hearing Izzy say that.
Constellation. Yeah, she says it really
She
cute.
shushes it. Okay, so
A silicone mat, Eddie says. Yes, that makes sense.
usually I don't round the edges until
Hello, Ellen.
I get the paper glued
Hey,
onto
Kathy.
the back, because it just, you can do that in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
So, all right.
You gonna glue some things?
I need paper towels.
Like actual paper towels? Oh. You're all out?
I am completely out. I gave my last
Hey,
Bit.
looky here.
to Izzy to do something with. Oh my gosh, this is going to be dangerous.
Up, over, through.
Okay, well, the reason is because I've got my brush in water over here, and I highly recommend that. I mean, you can just, keep it out there, but after a while it is going to, okay, I don't want to lose these because these need to be.
All right, while she's working this out, I want to say welcome to all of you that are coming in. Please do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Hang out in the background if you'd like, but please do give those thumbsy upsies. We very much appreciate it.
All right, well, this is my brush that it's the one that I use to, you can tell, rub stuff in. Oh, and that's one of the things that I'm going to use the star stencil for pockets.
Wonderful. Sharon says, I have known very creative people that they all have their own language. Listening to P is just wonderful. Love her language.
Oh, well, thank you.
She is. She really does have. And we're together all the time, every day, all day.
Yeah.
So we don't, this is just how we operate.
Okay, this is the smelly stuff. It says it's non-toxic. And I don't know if it's non-toxic. It doesn't have a date, a due date.
They don't say it doesn't smell. I'll tell you that. Because when she opens this up, it's like, oh.
It's okay.
It's
I don't mind it because, number one, the price was right. I can't remember. This is 32 fluid ounces. And that's about what one of those little bitty ones, you know, those people that are proud of their product and it doesn't smell bad. I can overcome the smell.
Yeah.
I really can. Okay, you know, and the other thing is, I don't know, there's some funky stuff in here. It just smells like, I know what it is. It's the urea.
Yeah.
And you know, I was a dyer for, that's what my specialty was when I got my education art degree. And, you know, I think I labor under the more is better. And especially if you've already rounded your edges, you want to make sure you get out to the edge.
Would you like to use my little tool?
No, I'm using my brush. There. And I don't care if it's extra smushy or whatever. Then I move it over to the other side. And then I take my paper and I very carefully place it where I want it.
Yeah, Julie says, like the stinky masking fluid.
And then I just smooth it out and look at that. And I don't even use that rubbery thing because I think it has a tendency to grab. And I don't care if there's some wrinkles. And this is going to belly up on you a bit.
Well, and this one kind of has
worries.
built-in wrinkles because it's gel printed that way.
Yeah, it just looks like there's wrinkles. It really isn't wrinkles. It's faux wrinkles.
Faux wrinkles.
Faux wrinkles.
Hey, Marcia.
That sounds like Bullwinkle. Now, the other little thing that's tricky sometimes is if you do inadvertently glue down, you just take and put your spatula underneath.
I don't know that it's toxic. It's just stinky.
It's stinky. Now, you can see here where it's squished out on the edges. I find that preferable to not having the edge glued down. So I just don't worry about that.
The squish means that you've got it covered.
That's right. And, you know, I just give it a little bit of room there. And I'm doing this because I want to use some of this on another.
Yeah, save the other pieces.
And all you have to do is just put it over here because all those, oh, you haven't shown them the ones that you're going to cut on, Mariah. We haven't shown them those.
Then I'm going to cut on these. Is that what you're talking about?
Okay, I'm going to put that over there, and I'll just put these papers on top of it so it's going to kind of smash it down. But they all go flat. I did put them under a gel plate last night. Oops. Now, here.
Eddie was talking about in his video that he puts it between like some wax paper and then puts it between heavy books or, you know, that sort of thing.
Well, I just set my gel plate on top of it last night.
I use my, I have my kitchen cutting board thing that I wrap in the freezer paper. So I always just put things underneath that.
So see, I mean, you know, they go flat.
Hello, Fran. She says, hello, Patricia. Good morning, Patricia.
Good morning. Good morning, Fran. I still have your, I asked Mariah the other day, and she was kind of snotty, but she has been a bit out of sorts because of the whole thing with the, look at that. Isn't that
we're not going to talk about that.
Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
And then look at this.
Yes.
Look at that print, Fran. Yeah.
Crackly wallpaper business there. See, Fran's like, see, it works. Because Julie was like, why are you yelling, Fran? Because she was in all caps. Just because I was talking to Mariah. Yes, it does. That it does, but yes.
Now, see this little thing here? I found all these little parts on the floor.
Yes.
Now, Mariah did hook me up with some more later, but I found these on the floor, and I said, why do I not have these? Is there some reason?
We are not supplying these to people. Sorry. Like, they pop all over the place.
But aren't they wonderful little shapes? And, oh, I wanted to talk about this, but I lost the other part. Dadgummit. I think I did.
Hey, Kristen.
All right. So this had another little about 3/4 of an inch strip, and I cut it off simply because I think it makes for a better composition. Now these have been Yes. These have all been gel plated over.
Mm-hmm.
And then on this one, I came in with red and painted in that red. It was kind of, you know, that wannabe red. This color. What's that called?
Oh, hello,
Venetian
Cindy.
red. And I thought it needed to have
Hi,
a little
Tina.
bit more oomph. But isn't that wonderful? This is the rest of the
Loopy loop one.
loopy loop from the
Nose guy.
nose guy. I want you to appreciate.
That's
okay.
beautiful.
Do you remember this? So it was initially I had it like this, and I just felt it just I don't know, it wasn't working for me. So I thought, well, let's just turn it around, and you will notice I fixed the part there where it was separated. I've done a lot of pencil work on this.
Hey, Sherry.
And then this is the back. Isn't that gorgeous?
I
think this is, I can still write some stuff on that and see through that. That's kind of a lot of what I think about on some of these tags. Now, some of them, I don't really care.
Yeah,
Right.
some are just pretty.
Yeah. They don't have to have writing on them. But those are all going to be cut by the master cutter over there.
Do you want me to do that now, or?
Well, you can.
Okay.
Oh, I hope I didn't lose my little button. What did I do with my button?
Oh, no.
Izzy came and brought me this little thing.
Oh, she's been bringing pea things for 2
Oh.
days.
And I think it was either Lisa or Judy P that sent her. Some of her stuff, I will just tell you right now, I confiscate. Because number one, she
doesn't
just mucks it
appreciate
up.
She doesn't appreciate it.
And
it ends up on the floor.
It's like that absolutely darling sewing kit that Anne sent. Actually, she sent her 2. And the first one is just hither and yon. So I put this one up. When she gets so that she really wants to do this and she's got enough patience, and she comes to me and says, Gigi, I want to know how to do this, then we're going to get it back out.
Because otherwise she just doesn't.
And we won't even have it then, and I will be so sad.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, she brought me this thing, and I had this little watercolor. Is it in the right spot?
Yeah, perfect.
Had this little watercolor, which I cut out, and then I had this card, and I don't know if you remember what this looked like. Actually, I don't even remember what it looked like. But anyway, it started out, I think, as a watercolor card. So Mariah punched a hole in it for me, and I'm going to put this little hooter on here. But the reason I'm holding off is because I want to back this. And I want to not back this until I get this back on, because then I can cover up these little things.
The
little
prongs.
prongy things that hold it on. But isn't that just fun?
I was going to say, Jacqueline says, I think she sent that. And I was going to say, I thought Jacqueline had sent some of those things.
These
too.
things.
Yes. Tambien. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. And
I think way back, Judy or Lisa had sent her some small. I told you, there are some really small ones. But again, no idea where they are. And then I told the both of them that they needed to clean out the cabinet of chaos along with the table of terribleness. Yes.
we just have all kinds of, yeah.
Things to do.
Uh-huh.
It gets me fired up. Fired up.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. Okay. Now. So, I must remember, I'm backing this, but I'm not backing this.
It's like a cluster, yeah.
What?
It's a movable cluster.
Yeah, and then what I'm going to do, and see, that's why I was so happy to find that one piece of blue paper, which now I've already lost it. Ah, here it is.
Goodness, making me nervous.
Because it's plain now. I don't know.
Yeah, they're Brad's.
Brad's, yeah. I don't know that that's going to be exactly the color that I need.
Jeanette says, tisk, 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 girls. It's okay. It's daily around here. The thing is that, like, see, I'm on my kick right now. Like, something has to be done. Something that needs to pacify me. Some major...
Okay, I'm going to put my glue
Something.
brush over here and put the lid on.
I need an offering of cleanliness of something, like, you know.
Hey, the whole thing about this is and I know this. I will decide I want to clean out a drawer and reorganize everything that's in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so overwhelming that I just end up putting it all back in there. Of course, it might be a little bit cleaner, but I just, and I'm like, why am I doing this?
Mariah, clean out your junk drawer and the refrigerator. That will keep you busy. I cleaned the pantry a little bit. It did give me a little happiness.
My God, and I can't find anything. I couldn't even find the freaking spaghetti sauce.
Yes, Kayla.
Holy moly.
It's
And
to
so
keep the-
here's her, okay, bought 3 little jars at Costco, and they're all, packaged up together, plasticized together. And I mean, I looked for 15 minutes, and I'm like, I don't know where she shoved this. Well, it was on the floor.
Well, here's part of the thing, because Izzy's been going in there, in the pantry, getting the ladder, and looking for things. I just had this vision that she's going to be looking for things, knock the 3 connected, which I could have unconnected them, but we were also, like, in between, I think it was the day before we got...
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Thursday.
So, I have this vision of all of this, spaghetti sauce and glass, and hopefully not an injured kid. So I was like, I'm going to put it on the floor, underneath the little thing. Because they're going to ask me where it's at anyway. There we go.
I don't know. I might use this.
Kiko says, this is
you're not
so
really
fun
going to see the back
conversation.
side and this side at the same time. And this would be more easily, I could write on it better. So I'm thinking that's going to be good for that. Now we've already, oh, wow.
What?
That's some cool stuff.
What?
On the back of this.
Oh, well, that
Rosie
was
card.
when I was doing my... I ended up just using that, which turned out much better than it going on to here because it dries quicker. When I was doing the edges with the Posca.
Wow, I like that.
Well, good. I was actually kind of worried that you're going to be like, I don't
No,
like
I was
this.
hoping it would show through more because I like it. I think it will. And I don't know that I was going to use this, but I kind of like that.
Here's 3
I was going to use this.
trimmed ones if you want to show them at this point. Or not, I don't know.
See, look how, and
Brad says it's called job security. Yeah.
job security.
I guess with cleaning of the pantry, I don't know.
I know. And then, she goes into her office and she announces, I am closing my door and I do not want to be disturbed. Well, that is the exact moment, right? 30 seconds after she said that I'm trying to find something. And I'm just,
Flustered.
just ready to scream. Okay, well, look at these guys. They are looking good in the neighborhood. Oh, yeah. All right. Now, I'm not sure that this is done. So I just put it over here. I'm pretty sure that this one is, unless I decide to do... And Mariah, did we decide that you can use... to make, if we wanted to just emboss this,
Yes.
how could we do that?
My thought was to use the clear, and I have more coming because my pad isn't very juicy. And I remember it being much juicier when we first got it. But using the clear embossing ink stuff, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Plus, oops, sorry.
Because I think that would be very cool.
Right. With the stamp. And it's not, I don't think like you have to hit it spot on because it's going to kind of blurby anyway, but at least it's going to, if you stamp it in the general area. But I have more of this coming and a re-inker. Because I thought you could have yours and I can have mine. Because you will probably abuse yours and it won't be, so clear.
Oh, I'm not ever going to do this because I'd have to get out that thing that, heats up. And
Okay. Well, I
hair
have an
dry.
extra then.
Yeah. I'll just hand that part over because I think that's who needs to do that. Okay, so I'm just putting these back over yonder. and I don't know yet whether they're done or not. Oh, I don't like that. But I want to
GL.
put that away, but I am going to put the little hootie-doo thing back on. so it doesn't get lost.
I did have one, and hello Z. You snuck in there. I did have one of those pens. I don't know where it went. I'm hoping it'll show up and then I can use the re-inker stuff for it. But then we were talking about in the last stream that those blending markers, the clear blending markers, basically do the same thing.
There you go. You heard it here. Okay.
And if it ain't right, don't be mean to us.
Don't be mean. Now, I could... these are...
I had the Ranger one. I just don't know where
I don't know. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go with that. I was thinking about this, but I need to alter the color of this if it's going to work. Because can you see the blues? It needs to be dulled down, and I think I can do that. Should I do that today?
Oh, you can brush on the embossing re-inker. So once I get that, then you can just brush it on.
Oh yeah.
You could even get real, like, maybe kind of arty with it.
Wow.
I tell you, Maya, she said, she has delivered. She promised and delivered. The embossing knowledge.
I mean, this embossing stuff, I think it's just...
Well, we were always really
fascinating.
Very fascinated with it. And then
okay, now
she
what happened to my other little guy? Oh,
she doesn't like the heat gun.
Shuffle things about. Side view. Okay. All right. This I need to do, and this one I need to do. These are really important ones. I want to get... All right. Now, see up there where that white is? I'm not even concerned about that because I'm probably going to snip that off anyway.
That's kind of what I thought. Or I can always...
I can always just touch it up with my finger and some stuff. Okay. This is the one we want to use on this one. This is the one we want to use on this one. All right. Did I get rid of
She doesn't like the heat gun. Nightbot's here today.
Well, isn't she always?
Yeah. Martha was just looking for her.
Oh.
Guess she hasn't popped up any stuff here.
All right. So I'm going to wipe off the excess water from my brush. My very special glue brush that's been sitting in the water so it doesn't... It's already about... I could only have about half the bristles because the rest of it is like solid goo. This is an extremely old brush. I don't know how long I've had it. It actually even may be something from Van.
It's a glue brush.
Yeah. And he was not... Oh, this is great. You can see me putting the glue on. That white on white isn't terribly...
Oh, there you go. I planned that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so you all know that this is acrylic medium. This is the same kind of stuff that I see a lot of you using.
Ooh, Diane says that there's embossing ink in a bottle that's like a nail polish.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, Nightbot has gotten over that. I don't know why. You're good, Diane. Good. Yes, the beeswax embossing powder. Seth's got that. Is it still in his shop? I think they had it on Amazon there for a little bit too. I think there are other similar products. Just FYI. They don't call it that, but because it's kind of like a yellowed embossing. That's Mazzy drinking water downstairs, if you guys are wondering what that weird sound is. She's a loud drinker.
And she's a very messy drinker, too. And then this is what she does. She laps her water, and there's a window that's right at the level.
Looks at
and
it.
so as she's still slobbering water off of her chin, she's dripping all over the windowsill.
Yeah, I wipe it up regularly.
I cleaned it up this morning again.
Proud of you. Proud of you. I like hearing these stories.
And I threw the cloth into the pile that goes to the laundry.
Lovely.
All right, now there we go. Look at that. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, I'm going to put that back over here. Oh, look at this. One's almost already going flat.
I know, Rhonda. I know. We used to feel the same way. And let me tell you that most of this stuff we have from like way back when. And the other, you know, just watch out for like sales and stuff on them. And as far as the embossing thing goes, I think the clear, and I love the ultra heavy. That will give you much satisfaction.
Yes. Oh.
And then maybe like gold. Because the gold's pretty cool. It isn't a really strong yet. That's, yeah, more of like a neutral, almost like kind of, you know, not even amber like. But I think the more if you made it really heavy, it would be like that.
And even if some of these little places do raise up later, and this is one of the reasons I absolutely love using the tissue paper, it conforms.
It would be good if you were like this away. Yeah.
Sorry. That's why I have Mariah over there, to remind me of these things. But see how nicely that just sucked around those edges there?
Oh, Seth has the ones that mimic hot wax. Well, of course he does.
All right, so now we've got those
These scissors.
taken care of. And this is the same method that I will use to adhere my doors to their backing.
Yeah.
The other thing, and I guess we can just go ahead and talk about it because I have given it lots of thought. I want my doors to open. Okay, the front door is just going to be like this, okay?
Oh, listen to this. Candy says, if you want to see some really cool mixed media embossing powders, check out the Emerald Creek. They have chunky molten rock candy, magical flux, texture, etc.
Who is this?
Emerald Creek.
Emerald Creek.
Write that down. I'll write that down. Or maybe I'll just go look at it on the internet right now.
Okay, can I talk about my book now?
She was laughing pretty loud.
That's what happens to me. Okay, now, this is really great because I feel good about, you know, reusing this stuff because it's really, you know, not, I just end up throwing it away. All right, so the book's going to close like this, but then you're going to have this door over here that's going to go this way. So the door over here has to be on the back side. This has to be on the back side, but the middle panel needs to be on the front side. So, I have a quandary about this, and I'm sure that Mariah is going to be able to assist me in this. I want to have strips of connector because I want I'm going to have a lot of tags in here. At least an inch, if not an inch and a half, clearance between the doors. This is going to be the warp, and then I'm going to weave the weft with sari ribbon.
Weave the weft with.
Weave the weft with sari ribbons so that it's going to actually be a thing that keeps everything inside. And it's going to be flexible. Isn't that a wonderful idea? Now, in reality, we don't know that that's going to work, but we're going to give it a whirl. Alrighty, there we go. We shall get this stuff out of here, and I don't know what to do next. Oh, yes, I do. I need to create some starry paper backgrounds, and I've got them started. All right.
Well, if you guys go over there and purchase anything, tell them you heard about it over in the PM Artist Studio stream from Candy. Giving everybody their props. Maybe they'll send Candy something free. Or us.
We're good either way.
We'll share with you candy. If they send it just to us, we'll share.
All right, now I've got everything kind of cleared out here. Oh, and I also have stars here, which, you know, I've got to figure out some, I don't know that I want them white. I can glue them down and then I can gel plate over them.
They have ones that are scented when they're heated up. Like, somebody, Candy,
Well,
were
now
you
if
the
they
one
could
that
tell me
said
what the
bubble-
smell was. There's some smells that I don't want to smell.
Well, somebody mentioned something about bubblegum. It might have been Candy.
I like bubble gum.
But then I think I saw something that, like, there was, like, conifer. You know, they had, like, little
Oh, I love fir, yeah. Any kind of
fur.
fir trees.
Not like what fur.
Yeah, not like F-I-R, not F-U-R. All right, we need to get the coffee out of here.
Yes.
But anyway, I have stars that I stood there while, because I had to get a new, I'll show you my, I had to get a new stencil.
Oh, Maya says that. Oh, wow. Yes, Wow has stuff too. I think that's one of the ones I have is a Wow one. I think.
Okay, so I've got lots of papers that part of them are pretty good, but part of them are kind of poopy. And that was because and this is when I started noticing. This is the original stencil that I was using. My stars are starting to clog up. Their little pointy parts
They get
are
clogged.
no longer pointy parts. Look at this one.
You need to maintain your stars.
You really do. This is one of those ones that, and I mucked that one up, so I told Mariah, I said, I really need a new star stencil. So I have a new star stencil. This is going to be cut up, and I'm going to use this for pockets. But here's the dealio. When I was sitting here, I was going, you know, these little pointy parts that I keep getting mussed about, well, that's going to make for kind of a bad tag situation. So I need to back them with something so that when I make the little pockets, the tag is going to go in without snagging up on a star point. That's
Look at her thinking ahead.
kind of what I'm thinking about here. And I do not want to lose my other little stars that came out of my new ta-da star stencil. And hey, Fran, you still there?
Yep, she's there.
Check this out. You recognize anything here?
Yeah, any of you guys recognize this thing?
You can see how many layers here because I don't ever match them up. So there's 1, 2, 3, at least 4, if not 5 layers here. Actually, there's 5. Because the first one had 2 layers on it before I ever took it off of the hoodie do. But this was tablecloth. And I should turn it around. No, yeah, no. Okay.
Yeah. No.
So anyway, Fran, I had to cut off the tree. I altered the bottom so that I can get them all going.
And the reason she's saying Fran, because Fran, do you notice that this is
Your stencil.
the alien plants masks? I shall put that in.
Yeah, and see, I even wrote myself a note here. Translucent pink. I did try the translucent pink and sort of liked it, but then I thought, you know what would be really cool? And then I saw these Fran stencils, which are masks, which I had not used and love, and I'm going to use that for my pouncing technique. So that's great. I'm glad I uncovered that. All right, now here's a possible one. See how those stars show through? Isn't that beautiful? I'm just going to glue it down.
Love it.
I do love it too, but I think it needs to be, because I'm bringing my door back over.
You need to green it up a little.
I need to green it up ever so slightly.
Don't hear me say that often.
Need to green it up just a teensy tiny bit.
Are you going to use that same color or?
Well, the reason I want to have different ones is because I'm going to have 3 different pockets on behind the doors, right? And I'm hoping I can get that out of here.
Hey, I have cut all of your tags. If you'd like to flip through those real quick, like now I got a pile of little things over here that I would love to just put in the trash. But dare I say that? Would you like?
I
these?
think you can just put them in the
Thank
trash.
you.
Because I don't really, I'm not feeling doing any more necessarily collaging on these. It's mostly going to be stamping.
Wonderful.
Or embossing. I'm kind of like on an embossing kick here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Yes, I love that. Oh, look at that. Remember when we were doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Now see, on this side, I'm thinking some bubbles here. Over that Venetian. And you can see these have been glued down. These were embossed.
Oh no, Paula has 0 embossing stuff.
Oh.
She'll be on a hunt now.
That's so sad. Uh-oh. Now, when this happens, it's not a big deal. You just come back in with your,
I've told her about this pen in the mouth thing.
and then you squish it out. And voila.
Oh, Diane's. Oh, yeah. Diana's talked about this store before, but she says we have an amazing local store that does 3 lives a week and brings all those wonderful new things straight to our computer screens. Now they do a Facebook, right? It's a Facebook Live.
What? Facebook Live.
Yeah.
The store.
But the store does to just show off. It was really smart. She says I think they started doing it during the shutdown and everything.
Okie dokie. Those are back there for now. Alright, so we decided this needed a bit of greening up. I think I will go ahead and do that on this one also.
That way you have a backup.
That way I have a backup. Now, I have this out here because what I'm thinking is, I'm going to have, I know what I'm going to do on the front because the door is going to be on the front. But remember, I have to have a background because the door's not covering up the entire door. And that's purposeful because I kind of want the idea of a starry sky back there behind. Now the other doors, I think I'm going to go ahead, and trim those out so that they are just the door. But the big door on the background is going to be, it's going to have the starry skies.
That was a brilliant. So Sandy says to give it a try. Try glycerin for the embossing fluid, because it could really save you some money.
Seriously?
You really just need something that's a little bit sticky that's gonna kind of dry and you're good. That's why, like, if the ink is still wet, it sticks to the ink.
I used to have glycerin. I can't remember what I used it for.
It's probably like in the
Lotion? I know lotion sometimes
well,
has
yeah,
glycerin.
the hand sanitizer stuff has glycerin. Izzy's little magical, remember?
Well, can you use hand sanitizer?
It's got alcohol in it, and I might light you on fire.
Well, didn't you tell me that you could use alcohol ink?
Well, yeah, they light that on fire, but it's kind of a separate deal. Like I don't.
We're not firing it actually, just heating it. You think it has a flash point?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, glad we talked about that, aren't y'all? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead.
Science.
I'm gonna go ahead and that one's just kind of unremarkable. You can tell all I was doing was
See,
cleaning.
Ann says I wouldn't heat alcohol, and remember, she has a son that's like a scientist, proper scientist. Knows
And I
things.
really think this is quite lovely, and I'm not going to do anything to this because I think that I might use those somehow.
Julie says she recommends food grade glycerin. We always recommend food grade anything, just in case.
Yeah. And it's not that Izzy is a eater.
That's not true. She's been eating her hair lately, which is making me crazy. She just kind of, has it like in her mouth and just,
Okay.
And then if you get anything near her mouth, she just automatically puts her tongue out like, like what's wrong?
Crazy baby.
Crazy baby.
Crazy kid. All right. So, we're going to get out. And I am getting a new, and I just, I'm just really, I don't know whether to leave it 12-inch.
Yeah, so she came down and says, I need to plead my case for another 9x12. I said, you can have whatever you want. I did say that.
You did, but the last time I asked for it, you told me I didn't need it.
Well, you don't. That is true.
But I really do. Because it's really nice to have the back and forth. And if I've got something on this...
I'm going to hold it hostage.
You're going to hold it hostage?
Mm-hmm. We got to clean you up over here.
Oh, God, she does stuff like this to me. I think it's so weird.
She should always question when I'm being that agreeable.
There's an ulterior
motive
behind it.
But she got it. I ordered a 12x12 because I didn't want to order another Jelly Arts plate. We only have one Jelly Arts plate.
And if you will notice, it is not as thick.
It is not as thick. And you can Google homemade embossing ink. Google it. Perfect. Love it. Thank you, Sandy. But yeah.
Because, I agree. Some of that stuff is just outrageous. That you are paying that for something, that you can get out of your kitchen cabinet. And I'm always a believer in that.
Yeah.
Okay, now, what did we decide? We decided, well, now this one's going to be a whole...
Oh! Gayla is a hospital lab scientist. And I think that you should cause an explosion at least once in your life.
Well, I already did that.
She thinks she's going to try the glycerin.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I'm going to try the glycerin too. And it's something that you can buy at the pharmacy. All right, so we've got this pink paper. And this is going to be great because you're going to you'll be able to see. I'm going to go over this whole thing with, ta-da!
We should have had it ready. There you go. Your ta-da was a little...
My timing was off.
There's something I wanted to say there, but you're good.
Really, really ugly, Mariah. You know that I keep talking to you about karma.
If you wanted to slide your plate like that way a little bit, you could if it's okay with you.
Is that good?
Yeah.
It's kind of getting into my brayering off station.
Oh, Deb C says, Julie says she gets hers at the health food store, which has great prices. And then Deb C that you could even get it at a restaurant supplier.
Oh.
They use glycerin in all kinds of pastry stuff.
Oh, really?
I think. To make it all glossy and whatever.
Oh.
That's why there's, the food grade glycerin. I think that's what they...
Now look at that.
That's not really where I thought we were going.
Well, that isn't too bad, really. If you look at it, let me get rid
No,
of it.
everything's
going to stick.
Not the same. Not even in the same ballpark.
What is?
You need to put that other stuff over that one. That's... She was sure that it was close. I think maybe little tiny hints of it are in there, but overall, the thing that gets screamed at me is Kermit the Froggy green.
All right.
Not a
I'm just trying to save my...
The paint you like?
Yes.
Well, that'll be okay. Maybe what we do is we order the whole set, and then we can give away ones that you still have full ones.
I really wish it would come in, bigger bottles. We need to write to this company because I think I think that they've got a good thing here, and they just need to be able to.
Well, it would be neat too if they separated them out in little sets of like just the blues and greens and just the pinks and the, you know, that'd be kind of nifty. Oh yeah, and glycerin is used in the, like, if you're making the homemade gel plates. Yes. Hey,
Now
Sam.
there's some things I'm gonna homemade make, but gel plate isn't one of them. Where's my? I need to make sure I'm getting as much of this off here as I possibly can off the plate.
Yeah. Oh, and Maya says that if you put too much of the alcohol ink mixed in with the powder stuff, with the embossing powders, it won't stay in powder form. It starts to probably melt it down.
Oh.
Turns into goo. I don't know that there's help in that. Like, I think you took it to Greentown and ain't coming back.
Well, I'll think of something.
Okay.
I will think of something. Yeah, it may just have to have another. Now, see, there are little places on there that are good, but just generally speaking, no, that did not happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, we're going to go with this one on the purple.
Did you do that? Did you do both sheets
What?
with the stars on it?
No, I just did one.
Okay.
Remember, we were working on the same one 2 times.
Okay.
2 times.
But then you said something about a purple one.
Well, I got it. Back over here. Over yonder.
Okay.
You just have to hurry up and keep, because it's crazing like crazy.
It's just a crazy crazer.
Crazy. Get her down there.
Yes. I think that, yes, one would want to probably be very careful about all that. The mixing of the alcohol inks with the powders plus the heat gun. Warning.
Now, what you're seeing there is my mucky. I meant to get this changed, but life got in the way. And all right, I think
We
that's
made
going to
dinner.
be really, really lovely. But let's bring it over and make sure that we all
Yes.
kind of agree that it's going to be a good one to use in the background. Oh, maybe not. I need a little green on there.
Now,
Well, maybe I should use this green.
I think you should do it on the back side. You know I'm not wrong.
I'm going to put it on the front side, Mariah.
Okay. Did you do that with the others?
Do what?
Did you use green?
No, I don't know what I used.
I think it was just in there because of the kind of creamy yellowy.
Oh, and the other thing that I might do here is just add a little bit.
Ah!
Things are falling off. That's the one I need. The universe is looking out for me.
Hello, Tammy. Yeah, tap it back a little. Still don't fully know about this. I think you're going to end up, you know, where you were moments ago. About 5 minutes to be exact. Things are coming up. Goose turd green, Gigi.
I'm just going to stop.
Well, I think that there's options. There are options. It's fixable.
Well, I don't need your negativity.
All right.
It's infusing my...
I see that. I shall back off.
Thank you. All right. Let that over there and let that dry. Don't want you yet.
Heat tool and embossing gun? I don't really think there is one. I mean... I think you... May I make a suggestion?
No, you
Okay.
just need to shush.
All right. I'll let you work through it. Are you going to... Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So which one are you going to work on, or are you just kind of moving on to something else and thinking about things?
No,
Altering course.
yes.
Okay. Can you talk us through your thought process with it, though?
I don't have any thoughts right now.
You just felt like...
I just somehow or other thought I need to hurry along here because this is already drying.
Oh.
And I think that's the wrong side.
No, I think you're right. Oh, Darcy. Extra love for Patricia right now, Julie says.
Thank you, ma'am. Alright, I'm liking these wrinkle things. I'm going to let that dry a bit. We're just going to sally forth and carry on. Well, don't leave that. Not that.
No.
No, 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 no. No.
The heat tool disperses the heat more, and the embossing gun directs the heat one specific area or spot. There you go. I knew somebody would know. Oh, yes, I have the heat tool with 2 speeds. I like that a lot. Because I did watch some videos. I wanted to make sure that if I was going to purchase this tool, it needed to be... Oh, bye, Tracy. Thanks for hanging. Yeah, because there was a lot, like, and then I was like, why doesn't just the, hairdryer work? Don't use a hairdryer. Some people do, but it blows a lot of things about. There you go. I think you got her.
No, it's really not quite yet. Just going to have to bust out my turquoise. Maybe let's use this one.
There's not much in that tube either, or that bottle.
Oh, you can
About,
see.
yeah. Careful. I have the, which one do I have?
But the problem herein lies.
I don't know, mine doesn't have a brand on it. And I don't remember.
See if we can dull that down just a teensy tiny bit.
Oh. Oh, thank you, Maya. Maya's going to post an alternative to using a heat tool to make the skin. She'll post it in Makers. Thank you. It probably is the We Are Memory Keepers colors. Mm-hmm. makes sense. Good call, Carrie. Maya, really all she's going to do is just fall in love with the techniques, and then I still end up doing it. She already loves it. She just didn't want to mess with. Oh, but see, this one gives you the. It's an alternative to the heat gun.
Oh.
So you might be able to do it on your own. That's very sweet of you, Maya. Just thinking about you. Oh, and Lisa Mingus says it sucks. I used to have an embossing powders and a heat gun. Got rid of them when we all cleaned out the storage space. That does suck. I'm telling you, sometimes things they gotta go though. I love that.
I think that that's going to work.
Yes.
And the reason that this color is really hard is because what was behind it was Naples yellow.
I had mentioned that.
Yeah, but it's a little hard to do that when I've already...
Yeah.
Naples yellow is opaque.
Yes. So to be able to kind of...
Now, I don't know if it's...
Reverse the...
I don't know if I can do it in the background and if it... Well, here's some yellow on this.
Oh, there you go.
Well, that's certainly going to warm it up a bit. All right, well, let's... whatever. Let's try it. All right. Do we have the heat on, or am I just having a moment?
You got your big scarf on. I think you just need to take it off. Getting a little hot under the collar.
Yeah. All right.
That makes her cranky, too.
Yeah, it does. I don't do well with heat.
She lashes out at people, making suggestions.
The tropics are not my...
Hi, Carrie. I'm so glad you're here.
Is this the C or the...
Well, it's boy Carrie the Crafter's here, and Carrie Mixed Media Art is here.
Oh. Now, where was my other turquoise? Did I already muck it up? Don't need any more. All right, let's try this one with some Naples yellow in the background.
I think that's a winner chicken dinner.
Oh no, stuff is falling.
Yes.
My doors are falling off.
Her celestial gateways are coming at her.
Portals are opening. Naples yellow is a wonderful color. If you don't have it, it's one of those that you need to have.
Sue, I don't know exactly, wow, I assume that they have a website, like most of them do, but I know a lot of the other online craft shop stores carry the WOW products. I think
it's having little particles. Particles.
Susan DeFrain, she says, my husband's kindergarten report card said does not take suggestion well.
Oh.
You're getting...
I don't know what's going on here.
It's a little weird.
A little weird.
It's alright. Perfect. Look at that. Fantastico.
About as close as you're going to possibly get. All right.
Yes.
So y'all watch this evolve here. Naples yellow. Okay, and what's really nice is look at the crazing.
I'm excited for you, Darcy. She said her Cricut arrived early. She went with the maker.
What is that?
The one that will do a bit heavier things.
Oh. I don't know that we can pick any of this up, but it ain't going to hurt anything if we can't.
Yeah. Got two of those matching prints. Oh, that helped it.
Well,
kind of toned it down.
There wasn't really enough left on the plate to... And I can't put that down on there. It isn't open, but... Alright, this one... Let's just see if we can do... this.
Oh, that is so sweet, Darcy. She had it was an unexpected gift from her gram.
Oh.
How's your ankle, by the way? It looked terrible. I was concerned. And my ankle does that too, so I totally understand like how that roll. She rolled off a curb.
Oh. When I first got my glasses.
Oh yeah, she was terrible.
I'm not kidding you. I would just walk off of things and fall down.
I'm laughing, but like
remember when we
I'm
were
like,
at that
I'm worried.
craft show where Izzy got her duck that time? And I mean, I just cratered it right off the.
I didn't remember you falling there.
Yeah, I did.
Oh. Well, I had a kid that, you know.
You may not have even been on site, and I probably didn't tell you about it because it was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. Because I think Brad and I were walking around, and you guys were with Izzy. Because you guys had, you got the duck when we weren't around.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, the thing about it is anymore, I mean, I'm more observant. But whenever you get your glasses changed, it's a period of adjustment. Well, I don't know that helped it, but it certainly didn't hurt it. And I think I can still come in with another.
I think you gotta blue it up. Maybe. If you want to get back to that zone.
Yeah.
You're very yellow.
Very yellow.
Very yellow.
Very yellow. And what do we do to yellow to make it not so yellow? Well, we just add a little purple.
Yeah, which...
And this is a good one because this is very filmy purple.
And it brings in the blue.
And it will pump up the blue a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a double whammy. Now don't worry, it's gonna brayer out here to be.
Oh, I love these stories. So, Anne says that her oldest 3rd grade teacher wrote, "Now read this carefully. Kevin works too quickly and is careless." We kind of have one of those, I think. Or there's a lot of chatting that goes on, and then she hurries through it because we suspect these things.
Well, she got in trouble at school the other day because
She had a yellow paw.
she did. And I can just tell you exactly what happened because when she's tuned into her whatever's going on her
If she's
screen,
enjoying it.
elephants can parade across it right in front of her, and it does not even face her. So she was warned twice because she was on the wrong
Station, because they
station.
switch around.
Well, that certainly browned it out.
Yeah.
But that's all right. Once we're browned out, we can go back to blue. It's just that once you've got green, you have issues.
Yeah, they kind of do that, Susan. I think that's a similar thing to like what they do. And they've been able to choose their own seating, which she likes to tell me about, you know, which chair thing that...
All right, let's do some more of that. So we're browning out our yellow by using the complement, which is purple. Then once we get to that point where it's brown, then we can start reintroducing the blue again.
Oh, it was...
Pardon?
Oh, that was a typo thing. Okay, hold on. I missed something in the story there. Kevin works too quickly and carless is carless. I just thought it was a typo.
And what?
It works carless.
Oh. Well, I hate when you don't have a car.
Yeah. My tummy's growling. I'm very hungry. We got 30 minutes.
By golly, I think I can get it. Now that is really, oh, I love it. It's not exactly what I was anticipating, but boy, isn't that
That's beautiful.
beautiful?
Yeah, I like that.
And I think that I'm going to give it just a minute to kind of, I'm going to bring back the stars. Because the thing is you're not seeing it as a whole. You're just seeing it sporadically. I don't know that I love that. And I think this is just nice on its own. It has merits.
Hey, why don't you put the stars over that?
Over what?
Over the kind of brownie one. I don't like that. They're too green.
Now see, look at that though.
Oh, it ain't shabby. Can we see all of them?
Oh, all of the doors?
Well, no, all of the options behind the stars.
Oh, sure. I was going to say, I already showed you the doors.
Yeah, I've seen
If you can't remember, I'm sorry. That's just the way it is.
You weren't paying attention.
You weren't paying attention. You were careless.
It's fine. I was getting yelled at. Okay. That's pretty cool, because then they look more starry.
Well, what if I put gold over this?
20 layers later, and really all I needed was, one layer of...
We won't even have to worry about backing this with anything. It'll stand up on its own. Okay, I'm thinking gold. Gold star.
Ah, thank you. Gayla has given us $5. So much to laugh at.
We'll go buy some glycerin.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's used as a lubricant also.
Well, and Izzy will be happy because the other day she said, Mommy, I need the hand sanitizer. I'm making, she makes these little shaker things with her fairy dust business. And it helps suspend the glitter. So we all have uses around here.
Well, I like having options because you don't want all the pockets to be the same. Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking, I do like a deep pocket. It's because stuff is less floppy. And I've got an idea how to do this and make it gusseted.
Mm-hmm.
So it can accommodate more tags. But I like that. That would be a good one for the pocket opposite of this door. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if I might go ahead and give this another coat of gold. See, I've got gold on this side. But I really like the dark. I like the contrast of the dark and the stars being light.
I mean, it makes sense. It's like reality.
Yeah. So even though some of the stars have a little bit of the star showing through, I think it still works. So
that's exactly
right. And you know
Eddie.
what the problem here is with this is deli paper, just even carnival. I didn't really realize that till this very moment, but that's okay.
Yeah, for this
purpose,
purpose,
we're not tearing it up, and we don't care if its opacity is, whatever. All right, let's put that over there. Bring back put some gold there.
Oh, Carrie says cut each star thing up and back it differently, like kind of fade it.
Oh.
I think that's what he's saying. Is that what you're saying, Carrie? I don't hate that idea.
Well, remember, I'm cutting up the pockets for that anyway.
Okay,
so I can totally have different backing on every pocket.
I like that. Mm-hmm.
And that's just because the pockets aren't going to be all in the same place.
Oh.
All right, here's my...
Did you order Baron, Eddie?
Flippin'. Did he order what?
Yeah, I think Eddie ordered a Baron.
I've been using my little one a lot. And it's because it takes up less real estate on my table here and when I've got a lot of other stuff.
She wanted to justify having two.
But when I get that 12-inch plate...
Yeah, you'll need the bigger Baron. Cover more surface.
Yeah.
Ooh, Fun's going to do it on video. It did. It arrived. Oh, here, I think I have Eddie's. I really, you know, on my to-do list, I'm going to, you know, our regular people that hang out here with channels, I want to have a hashtag for them. I just haven't been able to get to that. Let's see. I need to add Eddie to my list here. And Anne has gotten me everybody's stuff from Makers. I just, again, that's also on my to-do list to make a PDF, or I don't know exactly what the best solution for that is. I haven't thought about just making like a page on our website, but then I needed to check with all of y'all if that's okay. I would assume so. I'm guessing that, you know, you want to promote yourself, so you wouldn't be against that. That's awesome.
I think so.
Yes.
All right, now, we know that it's still showing through some of the other color, even when we use the fancy golden stuff, right?
Right.
So what if we use the not so fancy stuff? Of course, I do have a little bit of golden on here, but I think it's already dry, so it's not going to be like a significant factor. Oh, I've got to show you this. I should have showed you this. This was one of my grandmother day gifts with little things in here.
Mm-hmm.
And it hangs up so that you can find them. Isn't that adorable? But here, I got to show you this. This is going to just crack you up. This is a container. It's made from a broken balloon. For my trinkets.
Mm-hmm.
I have two in case one gets full.
Hey, and Eddie's about to hit his 100 mark, so that's cool.
Here's another little trinket holder. But now she thought of this all on her own.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I just think it's quite remarkable.
There you go. There's Eddie's link to his. Be sure to subscribe to his channel.
Yes, absolutely. All right, we're going to use some cheap gold.
Nothing like some cheap gold.
Cheap gold.
And for those of you that are coming in, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. We have about another 15-20 minutes that we're going to be hanging out, watching P, you know, put gold down and things and making stars. And
I felt it. You see this roller? You see what's happening over on the edge there? I know it's about ready for a peel.
Uh-huh.
You know, the other nice thing is if you have acrylic paint on both sides of this, you don't have bleed through on your hands. And look at all the good stuff that we've got on this plate.
I do have some stickles. I don't... It's more over in Izzy's stuff because she loves the glitter, and I'll tell you, she loves using that.
Okay, we're going to let that
She makes
dry.
very three-dimensional-ish things that take about 2 days to dry.
Don't leave your brayer down like that. As it makes a line on it and rips your paper, and you've got messed up your really good paper. All right.
Oh, Anthony, you need to turn your chat to live chat. So that's probably why you were missing things.
This may just be a good background behind my door.
Because it looks
Because
lovely.
see, I can use this part right there.
Yeah.
And then use this more solid one as a backing for... Just look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? And I can use, I've already thought about this, I can use, to glue this down.
That's really weird.
What?
That they're not seeing certain things in the chat. Huh. Let me see if I can do it again. How about now? Okay, cool.
All right, I'm going to bring this gold back in for just a minute. Because I think we may want to... I don't know, though. I really do. I sort of like it.
Yeah, I love that.
And see, this is the door that it's going to be behind, or at least I think so. I don't know. It may be the more greeny door, but even if it is the greeny door...
Oh, yeah, we're having weird... It did kind of... We've been having weird things with our network anyway, so... I don't know if it's YouTube or if it's our network.
Our house?
Yeah, just weird things. Weird things. Yeah, and it could be YouTube.
Could be.
Let's blame it on YouTube.
Now, this is the other one that I thought putting in the background if I used this one. I should just cut this out. Do y'all mind if I cut?
We don't mind. You want me to cut it?
Yeah, that star's gonna... If I could just cut a straight line, I'd be happy.
You want me to be like right on it?
Yes.
Okay.
The edge. And I planned originally to use this in the background. But you know, I can still use it in the background. I don't necessarily have to adhere to the shape of the door. I could just like take this section right here and put it on the back side of, say, this.
Yeah. I like that one.
I do too. Now, it's not going to be big enough. And I'm really, you know, I was in love with this one, but I think the other one's going to work much better. And then this is my medium-sized door.
Yes, Fran. Eddie Makes Art is also Eduardo Reyes. He is one and the same. That's so cute. It took me a minute, like when he first joined the group and stuff, I was like, I think Eduardo is Eddie. But I don't know. I don't like to make those assumptions. It just seemed right with the timing.
Oh, try to unfurl the furl here on my eyes.
Trimming up your door.
Trimming up my door.
You want me to cut across the bottom as well?
Yes, please. Because the big door is going to have to be right on, because okay, can you cut that one out also?
Sure.
All right, so see that just doesn't work.
Hey, Gretchen.
Because it's just too much the same. But now when I put it down here, look at that. I definitely think this is the door that I'm going to use. I just love all of these little funky things that are going on out there. And I can use this. It's nice and heavy.
Why don't we drop some
I do like
people.
this. But I just think this one integrates with the others better. Now remember, these all started out this poopy brown color.
Mm-hmm.
And I only have about 1,400 of them. Here, I'm going to show you. Okay, so we've got this one. And we've got this one. And I really was in love with this one.
Anthony says, looks like medieval gilt pages.
Yeah. And then this one really totally lost it on this one. Because you can't even really see the door anymore. But you can see parts of the door.
This is the door fades.
And then I love this one, but I couldn't get anything else to match up to it.
Yeah. And it's not as celestial in its coloring, I don't think.
No, it's kind of, yeah, it's that. Gotta remember that. And this one, I really love this one. And I had plans for this one. But when I started having this green stuff happen, I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. That's one I need.
Yeah, there's obviously something going on. We're definitely blaming things on YouTube because, yeah, it was like the viewer thing dropped and then it popped back up. So, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to figure out how to share us to people. I don't know. Let's think positively.
All right. So, you know that it took me a while to get my 3 green doors here. And I do have a lot more doors. I don't know what we'll do with the doors, but at some point. So, this little door here is going to have to go down like this, right? This door is going to also have to go down like that because it's going to flip over here and be over this door. And so you have your doors lining up. And I should have you cut this one out too, Mariah. The stars. I just went around the edge.
Here, you're dropping your trinket holders.
Oh no.
Ay, ay, ay.
So these are going to have to be separated. And I was really worried about the stars interfering with each other. But because we're going to have this separation here and here, it's not a factor. But, okay, so here's what I've been thinking. I know that I want to get, and I'm going to probably go ahead and do these on the boards, as I want the boards to be sandwiched. The boards and the supportive devices here to be sandwiched between the layers.
Are y'all getting all this? This is how she explains things to me a lot of times. Then I need the little picture. Did you draw out your picture?
I did, but I can't find my picture.
Oh, dang
And I have wonderful notes on my picture.
I know, you were spending a lot of time on it. I was really impressed.
And I did think through a lot of things, and it was right back here, but I don't know. I'm afraid it might have gotten picked up with some other stuff and moved about, and then maybe I would put it into my journal. That would have been a lovely thing to do.
I love glitters. I'm with the glitter. I'm team glitter. I know some people just think it's evil stuff, but
when
I like it.
do locate it, which it will turn up somewhere, I will show you my plan.
Susan says, no, I need the visual.
Yes,
We'll post it in Makers.
It is a plan. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's how this is going to work.
Yeah. Susan, oh, I know. Etsy's the worst.
And the thing about it is this is going to be as much room as I have because the star here is the stopping point. So can y'all visualize that? And then we're going to have the bands coming here, 3 or 4. And then the weaving's going to go back and forth here.
Yes, Sandra. Well, okay. No to the inside of the Fran's flower stamp. Because really all it is just a little circle business. Sorry, there were some questions in the chat. But yes, I mean, Ripley Railroads is going to be a stamp at some point. Remember, our big focus right now is getting that new website built, so that way we can, because otherwise if we're adding things to our current site, we're going to then have to add it to the new site, and it's like a lot of double work, which there's plenty of work to be done with what we already have. So that's why we're on a hold right now as far as debuting any new or launching any new stencils or stamps or anything. So that's the business there. Bye, Paula.
Alrighty. Well, there we go. So this is what I've been doing. I've been frantically gel plating doors. And very happy with the ones that I'm happy with my backgrounds. Happy with my pocket here. I don't know. I just think maybe I need to go over this with indigo.
Would you stop? It's good. You're gonna mess it up, and then you're gonna have to do 20 layers just to hopefully get it back to where it's at. This is called I'm procrastinating because I'm now at a point where assembly is required.
Oh,
So she's fiddling.
I do. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And we've got these nice papers which we can use somewhere. I go ahead and go over this with gold, but do a layer of gold stars.
So Julie Parker wants to know how she can use her glitter paints. Because, yeah, using it on the gel plate doesn't really do... And plus, we always worry about the glitter kind of embedding.
Yeah,
into
and
the plate.
poking holes and making your...
Because I think if it got left behind, it would start to pit your plate.
Yeah, I would not use that on the plate.
But the glitter stuff, so like Seth's stuff that you love that I think that they're discontinuing.
Oh, yeah.
Is the bomb diggity to like rub it. So when you have anything that's textured and you kind of rub it in and around, the glitter catches into the little crevices and such, and it's so fantastic. And, you know, any glitter would work. I mean, she likes the grungy one because it kind of grunges up, but yes, adds a little bling.
Sethy even says, don't use it on your...
Did he say that? Oh,
Sethy said he didn't think that you should.
Sethy said that?
Sethy said that?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Yuta says, are you making a journal? Yes, she is making a journal. All those pieces and parts are going to end up being like actual little flippy door things. She's just got to work on now the structure pieces behind those pieces, you know, to make them more substantial.
Yeah. Okay, here, this is a good one. I'll just pull this up here. I don't know why I'm worried about this paper. It's in places it's worn off the okay, do use these little jobbers, because otherwise your finger will hurt.
Yes, you need the finger caught.
Just get some smushy, nice, and let's emphasize our...
Yeah, any new stencils are going to be after the new site gets launched. But yes, Hairy Violets are, you know, definitely on the list.
Now, what I love about this stuff is the fact that when you're using the embossing and you kind of lose it.
Hi, Brad. But yes, the site may be down for one day. I'm kind of reading some of the things that Brad's putting in there. We will launch the sites and let you guys know to like hold orders, because there's going to be a little transition time. It might be down for a day. Hopefully we will do it in the nighttime, and so there won't be much of a noticeable downtime. But this is just, you know, how things work, and we don't always know because we're switching hosting-ish. So it's always a little bit questionable that things are going to work exactly the way we want them to. Launching a new website, yes, especially after you have one and you have so much stuff in it, is, yeah. Thanks, Paula. Go get some rest and have dinner.
Yeah. All right, I'm liking this. Now, even if I lose my,
No, that's the Seth Apter or iZinc.
It comes in a pouch. iZinc Black Coffee Diamond Glitter Paste by Aladdin.
And I think they're discontinuing this. I don't know if they're discontinuing all glitter paints or if it's just particular colors, but I mean anything with glitter in it. Martha Stewart has. I have some bubblegum and pink stuff that's fantastic. I love it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
Okay, so I do, if I want to recapture and I've kind of lost this, I can go over it with white, then I can take my transparent color, and what time is it? What time is it?
Oh, sorry. It's time.
Time to go?
But you can do your thing.
Okay. Well, I don't even have to have white here. I can go with something like, I don't know, what is this? This is Bush.
Oh, she got some after the last time using it. It's such cool stuff. It's kind of a bummer. But
You just really want it to be something opaque. Let's just go with this is, who knows what this is?
Americana Decor or something. It's from
It's
Michael's.
old.
And it's clearance bin stuff. And it looks like cottage cheese when it comes out.
But I think maybe we can make this work. See, you can see my blue there that I was using yesterday. My red. Oop.
Well, we're just... Oh, yeah, you need to check your...
All right, what we
It
made...
piddled.
We're just going to dig in here and get some out of here. As and that'll be great because I can mix that in with it.
Yeah. This sort of explains its issue. Oh, goodness.
We just need to get some of the chunky stuff.
Yeah, it needs some mixing. Let's see here. I just got some lunar paste to see how it differs from stencil butter. Some people say that it's quite similar, but yeah, I would love to know that.
There we go. You can
Bye, Trish.
see why this was in the bin.
And that was a while ago then.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so we've got our cottage cheese paste there, which we don't really care. We're just going to smoosh that around anyway.
Just bringing them back.
Bringing it back.
Good job, Susan. Thank you. Susan just posted the and while P's doing this, I'll try to kind of sign us out, and we'll do the ending thing here. So Susan has posted or prompted Nightbot to show the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. There's the link there. Please do answer the questions. We will not let you in.
Well, sometimes I will if you have a really interesting.
Or you better have a
Facebook
very
page.
interesting Facebook page.
Yeah.
If P is letting people in. Just know that. So, that's where all of these lovely folks, or many of them, hang out in the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group, along with doing all of our challenges. I mean, that's the go-to hub for all things challenges. That's pretty much it, folks. That's how you brighten your jacks back up and things of that nature. And we will be back here on Tuesday. Bye, guys.
Bye.